Eileen's on-screen sister is back for her exit storyline. Coronation Street spoilers follow. Coronation Street actor Katie Kavanagh has teased the emotional reunion between her returning character Julie Carp and on-screen sister Eileen Grimshaw. Julie is making a return as part of Eileen actor Sue Cleaver's exit story and will pop up unannounced in tonight's episode. In the show, it isn't clear why she's made a surprise return to the cobbles and how long she intends to stick around for, but Kavanagh has shared it's a short stint that will provide closure. It was really lovely to get the call. It is something I haven't thought about for many years, the actor said. And I'm very fond of Julie, so it was a good feeling. She added, it also felt good to be asked to be part of Eileen's departure story. It is perfect to come and have some closure on Julie and Eileen, to kind of revisit her. And there was such a lovely vibe between Julie and Eileen. We are having a lot of fun together. Sue and I go back to my very first job on the cops, so it is a full circle moment. It also attracted me as it was for a short set period of time, and I could fit it in with the other things going on in my life. Kavanagh also revealed she dyed her hair blonde for the first time in 10 years for her comeback, as she's been sporting copper red hair since Julie was last seen on screen in 2015. All my family were quite shocked to see me blonde again, and I suddenly went, oh, I feel like I did 10 years ago, she said. Coronation Street spoilers: Julie Carp returns for Eileen Grimshaw's emotional exit. This article contains spoilers for upcoming episodes of Coronation Street. The cobbled streets of Weatherfield are about to welcome back a familiar face, as Katie Kavanagh steps back into the shoes of Julie Carp for a poignant reunion with her on-screen sister, Eileen Grimshaw, played by Sue Cleaver. This surprise return, airing in tonight's episode, marks a significant chapter in Coronation Street's ongoing saga. Julie's reappearance is intricately tied to Eileen's exit storyline, a departure that promises to tug at the heartstrings of longtime fans. While Julie's visit is shrouded in mystery on-screen, Kavanagh has opened up about what this brief stint means for both the characters and herself, hinting at closure, nostalgia, and a full-circle moment that bridges decades of shared history, both on and off the set. A surprise return to the cobbles. Tonight's episode kicks off with a jolt of the unexpected. The Grimshaw household, already a hub of chaos and wry humor, is about to get a shakeup. The doorbell chimes, cutting through the hum of everyday life, and Eileen, perhaps expecting a delivery or one of her perpetually troubled sons, trudges to answer it. What she finds instead is Julie Carp, standing on the doorstep with a suitcase in hand and a sheepish grin on her face. The sisters lock eyes, and for a moment, time seems to stutter. Years of absence melt away, replaced by a rush of recognition, surprise, and unspoken emotion. On screen, Julie's arrival is a curveball. No one saw it coming, not Eileen, not the neighbors, and certainly not the audience. Why is she back? What's driven her to return to Weatherfield after a decade away? The show keeps its cards close to its chest, offering no immediate answers. Is she fleeing something, seeking something, or simply drawn back by the pull of family ties? For now, her intentions remain a tantalizing mystery, and viewers will have to tune in to see how this unfolds. But off-screen, Katie Kavanagh has shed some light on what this return entails, framing it as a short but meaningful chapter designed to tie up loose ends. It was really lovely to get the call, Kavanagh shared in a recent interview, her voice carrying a warmth that echoes Julie's quirky charm. It is something I haven't thought about for many years, and I'm very fond of Julie, so it was a good feeling. For Kavanagh, slipping back into Julie's world wasn't just a job. It was a homecoming of sorts, a chance to revisit a character she's held dear since her last appearance in 2015. That fondness shines through as she speaks, a testament to the connection she forged with Julie during her original 7-year stint on the show. Closure for Julie and Eileen. Julie Carp and Eileen Grimshaw's relationship has always been a highlight of Coronation Street's sprawling tapestry. Introduced in 2008, Julie burst onto the scene as Eileen's half-sister, a revelation that came with its share of surprises and complications. The product of a long-ago fling between their mother and a man Eileen barely knew, Julie was a whirlwind of optimism and eccentricity, a stark contrast to Eileen's rounded, no-nonsense demeanor. Yet beneath their differences lay a bond as real as it was rocky, forged through shared history and the kind of unconditional love that only siblings can often to hilarious effect. Whether they were bickering over men, meddling in each other's lives, or facing down the absurdities of Weatherfield together, the sisters brought a spark to the screen that fans adored. Julie's departure in 2015, after a roller coaster of storylines involving romance, betrayal, and a stint at the factory, left a void, but it also left the door ajar for a potential return. Now, that door has swung wide open, and it's all part of Eileen's farewell. It also felt good to be asked to be part of Eileen's departure story, Kavanagh said, her tone softening with affection. It is perfect to come and have some closure on Julie and Eileen to kind of revisit her. And there was such a lovely vibe between Julie and Eileen. We are having a lot of fun together. The word closure carries weight here. It's not just about wrapping up Julie's arc, but about honoring the sisters' journey as Eileen prepares to step away from the cobbles. Sue Cleaver, who's portrayed Eileen since 2000, has become a fixture of the show, her character weathering everything from disastrous relationships to family crises with a stoic resilience that's endeared her to millions. Her exit, however temporary or permanent it may be, marks the end of an era, and Julie's return is the perfect bookend. Imagine the scene. Julie, all chatter and nervous energy, bustling into Eileen's living room with her suitcase trailing behind her. Eileen, arms crossed and eyebrow arched, fires off a sarcastic quip. "What's this, then? You lost your way to the train station." But there's a flicker of warmth in her eyes she can't quite hide. The banter flows as naturally as ever, peppered with barbs and laughter, but beneath it lies something deeper. This isn't just a casual drop-in, it's a reckoning, a chance for two women who've lived messy, intertwined lives to reflect on where they've been and where they're going. Kavanagh's promise of closure suggests that whatever unfolds, it'll leave Julie and Eileen, and the viewers, with a sense of resolution. A full-circle moment. For Kavanagh and Cleaver, this reunion is more than just a scripted moment, it's a personal milestone. "Sue and I go back to my very first job on the Cops," Kavanagh revealed, a smile tugging at her lips as she recalled their shared history. So it is a full-circle moment. The Cops, a gritty police drama that aired in the late 90s and early 2000s, was where the two actresses first crossed paths, long before Weatherfield came calling. Kavanagh was a newcomer then, cutting her teeth on her debut role, while Cleaver, already a seasoned performer, brought her trademark gravitas to the set. Their paths diverged after that, but fate, or perhaps good casting, brought them back together on Coronation Street. That early connection laid the groundwork for the effortless rapport they've since cultivated as Julie and Eileen. It also attracted me as it was for a short set period of time, and I could fit it in with the other things going on in my life, Kavanagh added, hinting at the practical appeal of the gig. Life has moved on for her since 2015. She's taken on new projects, embraced new challenges. But the chance to reconnect with Cleaver and revisit Julie was too good to pass up. "Filming this stint," she said, "has been a joyride of nostalgia and camaraderie, a reminder of why she fell in love with acting in the first place." Picture them on set. Kavanagh, blonde hair gleaming under the studio lights, trading lines with Cleaver as the crew buzzes around them. Laughter erupts between takes, old stories swap like currency. Remember that time on the Cops when? And for a fleeting moment, it's as if no time has passed at all. But time has passed, and this reunion carries the weight of that reality. Cleaver's exit looms on the horizon, a poignant marker of change, and Kavanagh's return feels like a gift, a chance to say goodbye, or at least see you later, in true Weatherfield fashion. Blonde ambition. Julie's return isn't just a narrative event, it's a visual one too. When she left in 2015, Julie sported a striking copper red mane, a look that matched her fiery spirit. But for this comeback, Kavanagh made a bold choice. She dyed her hair blonde, rewinding the clock to the Julie of a decade ago. All my family were quite shocked to see me blonde again, she laughed. And I suddenly went, oh, I feel like I did 10 years ago. It's a transformation that's more than skin deep. Stepping into that blonde wig, or dye, in this case, was like stepping back into Julie's skin, a physical cue that helped Kavanagh recapture the character's essence. The decision wasn't just whimsy. It's a nod to continuity, a way to bridge the gap between Julie's past and present. When she strolls onto the cobbles tonight, blonde locks catching the light, it'll be a jolt of familiarity for fans who remember her early days.